Hello everyone, myself Ketan Bausa, Assistant Professor in LG Engineering College, Ahmedabad. In subject of image processing, today we discuss about the introduction of image processing, types of image processing and its application in terms of a practical, in terms of a commercial point of view or in terms of the academia point of view, and also discuss about the block diagram of image processing. Now we go ahead and we discuss about the image processing. Now the first question arises in our mind, what is image? So basically image is nothing but it is also one type of data that we are talking about. Fine. So image, and when you're talking about image, an image is defined as a two-dimensional function in terms of x coordinate and y coordinate. If you're talking about image, we have a one picture in our mind that image is always square, right? It's a basic concept. So when you're talking about image, ultimately we're talking about an x coordinate and y coordinate, right? And it became a square with help of the negative x and negative y. So it's defined as a two-dimensional function f of x comma y, where x and y are the spatial coordinate and the amplitude of f at any pair of coordinate x and y is called as the intensity of that image at that point. If we're talking about the image, then ultimately we're talking about the x coordinate and y coordinate, and we're talking about the intensity level, then ultimately we discuss about a specific level of amplitude, right? Now type of image processing. So ultimately we are discussing three types, and mainly we are also knowing the three basic type. Like we're talking about the color images, we're talking about the gray images, and we're talking about the black and white images, right? So as you can see in this particular diagram, you can see we have a color image, gray image, and black and white image, right? We have only one image. With the help of the MATLAB programming, we convert in color image to gray and gray to black and white. As you can see, now we discuss about the range. See, when you're talking about the color images, then we have a range of 0 to 255. Ultimately, why 255? Because in terms of a digital image processing, we're talking about a basic 8-bit type of data. When you're talking about the 8-bit type of data, then ultimately we have a range of 0 to 255 because 2 raised to the power of 8 is equal to 255. And with help of the combination of R, G and B, it became any color. So as you can see, R is equal to 0 to 255, G is equal to 0 to 255 and B is equal to 0 to 255. In terms of the color image processing. Now we go ahead and go on a grayscale. If we're talking about the grayscale, then ultimately we have a range of 0 to 255 only because we have a range of a specific gray image only. Now we move ahead and go to the black and white images. We discuss about the black and white image, and ultimately we have a range of 0 to 1 only. In terms of 0, we have to consider it's a black color, and in terms of 1, we have to consider it's a white color because 1 is equal to 255 range and 0 is equal to 0 ultimately, right? So when you're talking about the black and white image, then we have only two shades. It's a 0 and 1 in terms of black and white. And when you're talking about the grayscale, then we have a range of 0 to 255. So you can see the range of different intensity values as we already discussed. Now type of image processing. So basically when we discuss about the type of image processing, then as you can see, the type of image processing, we have analog image processing, digital image processing and optical image processing. So when you're talking about this image processing, then ultimately we have three types like analog, digital and optical. Now we go ahead and see what is analog image processing. Analog image processing is applied on analog signal and it proceeds only two-dimensional signal. The images are manipulated by the electrical signals only, and it's called as an analog image processing. It can be a periodic and non-periodic. Like you're talking about the sine wave, cos wave, you're talking about different types of wave. Then ultimately when we're talking about the analog, then ultimately we discuss about the two-dimensional signals that we have. Now we move ahead and discuss about the digital image processing. In terms of digital image processing, we have applied digital image in terms of the matrix point of view, in terms of the square matrix point of view, and each and every image have a pixel value. It considered as a weight of the particular pixel, and that particular pixel weight is considered as a color of that particular pixel, and with help of the combination of all the pixels, it creates one image, right? So as you can see, in digital image processing is applied to digital images in terms of the matrix of a small pixels and elements, and for manipulating the image there is a number of softwares and algorithms that are used to perform the different tasks or that are used to perform the different types of operations. Now we move on and discuss about the optical image processing. In terms of the optical image processing, we discuss about the different types of lighting rays, like X-ray images is there, different types of pan images is there, satellite images there. It generates with help of a specific creating objects, and the apparent ray reductions of an object from by the lens or by the mirror. It's called as an optical image processing. So I hope that you are getting the idea about the three different types of image processing. Now we discuss about the application. See, if you're talking about image processing and you're talking about the different types of applications, then ultimately we have all the types of application that we consider as an image processing application. If you go ahead in market and see any type of the product manufacturing and any type of the component or electric equipment manufacturing, they all are directly or indirectly they are using the image processing, right? So here you can see that there are a few applications we have, but we have a number of applications too. Biometric, biological, astrological, object recognition, target recognition, autonomous vehicle, traffic monitoring system, satellite image processing, and etc. and many more. You can use image processing as a sensor too, because sensor have a certain limitation that it can be work in one-dimensional property only at a time. But if you discuss and deal with image processing, then ultimately you can work on different types of application in terms of the two-dimensional data. Right? So here you have a few applications. Now, the first question arises in our mind. Here we discuss about digital image processing. The first question arises in our mind. What is digital image processing? Basically, digital image processing is divided in three categories, as you can see. Image processing to the vision, and here is a vision. As you can see, we have three parts: low level, medium level, and high level image processing. When we discuss about the low level, then ultimately we discuss about the different types of filters only, to how we can remove the different types of noises from the images, right? It's called as a low level. Now, if you move to the next, so medium level, then we discuss about the segmentation processes and different types of classification processes. It's a medium level. Now we move at high level image processing. In terms of the high level, we discuss about the different types of recognition patterns. We discuss about recognition, we discuss about different types of classification, machine learning concept, and many more. So we have divided image processing through three categories. It's image processing to the vision, low level, medium level, and high level. Now we discuss about the block diagram. See, this block diagram is very popular in terms of the image processing, because if you go into the market and if you work in any type of image processing, then if you go into the market and work on any type of image processing, we discuss about this block diagram. Directly or indirectly, we work on each and every type of the module. So we go ahead. First of all, block diagram, it starts with image acquisition. First of all, you have to acquire the image. Then ultimately, you have to apply the different types of filter, because if you acquire the image from somewhere, ultimately, directly or indirectly, you have to enhance the quality of image. If you enhance the quality of image, and then you can use a restore it, because for enhancing the quality of image, you use a different types of filtering concept, and that particular type of the filtering concept can change the property of image. And for solving that particular issue, directly or indirectly, we have to work on image restoration process and color image processing. Maybe if you work on some image processing which have a different types of color, then ultimately we have to work on a color image processing. Then we discuss about resolution patterns, resolution technique, resolution algorithms. When you're talking about some comparison point of view, when you're talking about some compression algorithms, then we have to use a wavelet and multi-resolution properties. At that particular type of the method, we have to use a different types of transformation method, and this transformation method is play a main role to reduce the different types of pattern, to remove the different types of noises, to compress actual data, to reduce the size of data for the transformation point of view also. So it's called as a wavelet and multi-resolution processes. Then a comparison or compression, that I already told you, for compressing the size. If you want to transmit the data like WhatsApp, Gmail, you use of Facebook, then we transmit or share some files, videos, GIF file, audio file. So it can be possible with help of the compression techniques only, and it is possible with help of the image processing algorithm. Then, as you can see, the morphological image processing to remove uncertainty content or unnecessary data from the images. And segmentation, Segmentation basically when you're talking about to extract the features from some content, like if you want to extract some meaningful data, if you want to extract some size of the data, if you want to extract some meaningful portion of the data, then it can be possible with the help of the segmentation. And ultimately we're talking about the representation and description. In terms of the representation and description, we discuss about the different types of patterns. We discuss about the different types of algorithms. We discuss about the different types of machine learning algorithm, and with help of this all the features or all the type of method, ultimately we work on finally object recognition, or we can say that target recognition, we can say that a classification pattern, we can say that a verification pattern. So as you can see, these are the block diagram which start with the image acquisitions to object recognition. Okay, so I hope that you getting the idea about the block diagram, because this block diagram is play a main role for different types of algorithm identification, or we can say that different types of data identification concept. Now we'll go ahead and we'll discuss about the different types of image acquisition. So the first question arises in our mind, how we acquire the image. For acquire the image, you can use right now your smartphone and cameras. Based on the sunlight intensity, your camera will capture the object, and based on the particular camera, it will identify the pixel value and it will create an object, as you can see. In terms of image acquisition, ultimately we discuss about only acquire the image. We discuss about how to extract the content, how to extract the meaningful content from the image, right? So ultimately we discuss about just capturing the image. It's called as image acquisition. And sunlight is play a main role, that I already told you. Because if sunlight is low, then you cannot identify the object. If sunlight is high, then you can definitely identify the object, means which type of object in front of your camera or your eyes. So sunlight is play a main role in acquisition process, right? Now we move ahead and discuss about the next image enhancement technique. If you're talking about image enhancement, then ultimately we discuss about enhancing the quality of image. I mean, if you're capturing the image, then the camera has certain limitations, you have certain limitations, the object is moving. So definitely it comes with the different types of noises, right? For removing the different types of noises, ultimately we have to use the enhancement technique. We have to use filters. So as you can see, we have an image with a noise, and after applying the image enhancement technique, you can see we improve the brightness, contrast, or you can say that the illumination factor from the image, and it look like better as compared to the original one. So it's called as an image enhancement technique. Image restoration, that I already told you. Suppose if you have some data, or if you have some images which is very old and some scratches, or we can say that the cracks on the images, and suppose you want to extract it, the content. If you want to extract the meaningful content from the image, then it can be possible with help of the restoration process. As you can see, we have an image with the different types of crack, and after applying the processing, we are getting the better result. You can also convert it into the color form, definitely. But in terms of the image processing, we have to convert your data into the 2D format if you want to apply any type of machine learning or any type of algorithms on images, right? So we convert into the gray format and we are changing the result, and ultimately with help of the color model, you can also convert in original way. It's an image restoration process. Now we discuss about the main concept in color image processing, because we all are familiar with the different types of color image processing. We discuss about the different types of color. We are living in that particular light that you can see each and every different types of color shades around your eyes, in front of you, surrounding you. So to identify the color content which is available inside the image, we have to use a histogram process. Histogram is nothing but it is a graphical representation of your image. As you can see, we have an image with the different types of histogram value too. You can achieve it. In our smartphone right now, histogram came in Pro mode. Fine. So you can see the histogram in your smartphone too. Wavelet and multi-resolution processes, as I already told you, if you want to, increase the resolution of the data, if you want to increase the compression capacity of the data, then ultimately we have to discuss with the different types of multi-resolution processes or transformation method. Here you can see we discuss about the wavelet, that we have convert 1 to the 1D and 1D to the 2D. We have to discuss about only the LL portion. It's LL, low high, high low, and high high. And ultimately for the 2-dimensional wavelet transform, we have to convert LL into the one more part, and for the 3-dimensional wavelet, we have to convert LL again this particular format. So it's called as a wavelet transformation method, right? Compression that I already told you, it's play a main role right now. If you transmit some data, if you want to share some data from the source to destination side, then compression is play a main role. It's basically a two type of compression, lossy and lossless, right? But in your WhatsApp, we discuss about the lossy compression only. If you share your videos or GIF file or images to your colleagues or friends, you can see the quality of image degrade, but it can be transmitted very fastly, right? And because of that reason, we use a lossy compression, right? So as you can see, we reduce original image size is 8 to 4 KB. With help of the 50% lossy compression, it became 76, and with help of the 80% compression, it became 38. So it can be possible with help of the compression, but make sure that it based on your image quality that we have, right? So compression is play a main role, fine, when we discuss about the transmit of the data. Morphological image processing, as I already told you, to extract the meaningful content, to remove the redundancy or unnecessary content. Fine. So the morphological operation, you can see the very basic example here. You can see your thumb fingerprints, as you can see, and it is very distorted. When you apply the morphological image processing, you can see very sharp edges. So you can clearly differentiate fingerprint images with the help of the morphological images. Here we have only one example, we have a number of examples you can see. Right. So morphological image processing is will be the tool for extracting the image component that are useful in representation and description of the shape. Segmentation. If you're talking about the segmentation, then what exactly the meaning of segmentation and what exactly the meaning of segmentation arise, or we can say that think about the segmentation in your mind. Segmentation means what? We have to divide the image, but in terms of the meaningful manner. Definitely, in terms of the segmentation, you have to divide the image. But for the dividing operation, we have to use a specific segmentation process. And we have to do the segmentation. So as you can see, segmentation process is partitioning an image into its constituent parts or objects. It's dividing the image in meaningful region based on the color, shape, and texture. Color, shape, and texture is the feature. It based on your application that you have to choose. But as you can see from the images, you can see the black dots in the input image, and after applying the segmentation, you can see that clearly the differences. And we are extracting the content from the image. Representation and description means what? Representation and description means what? A minimum points that represent your whole content. So ultimately, we have to discuss about the features. We have to discuss about the meaningful parts. We have to discuss about the region of interest when talking about representation and description. Here you can see we have this particular area, but these points are also represent this particular image. So in minimum number of points where represent this image means what? You reducing the size complexity and also you reducing the time complexity, right? So it's a representation and description of the image. It based on the suitable criteria or data that we have. Okay. Object recognition and classification that I already told you, with help of the machine learning, with help of the neural network, with help of the fuzzy type of the logic. It based on your data that you have, you can use a specific types of algorithm, and after applying the labeling process, you can classify the data that you can see the cat this side and the dog this side. So it's basically a classification. If you have two dogs and two cats and you have to classify with help of machine learning concept or with help of the image processing, then you have a four images, you have to take a particular type of the features, and based on that particular feature, you have to use a labeling process and classify it. Right? So this is the object recognition pattern. Okay, so I hope that you are getting the idea about the different types of image processing techniques. It's a block diagram, type of image processing, and its application. Still, if you have any doubt, then you can tell me or you can contact me on my email ID. So thank you for watching.